guys, my name is Shrikant Idam. Hope you all doing well and welcome to my YouTube channel SRidam Techie. Today we are going to discuss about the part 1 elastic load balancer. Okay, it is also known as fault tolerance. So what exactly is elastic load balancer and how exactly it works? So here in this screenshot you can see I have a web server. Okay, and here I configured load balancer in my VPC. So what load balancer does is whatever the traffic is coming to the web server, it will share the load with all the EC2 instances which are present in my availability zone. Okay, so how exactly it works? So here the user, it means the web server, user facing the load balancer is called front end, and the load balancer which distributes the web traffic to the EC2 instances is called backend. So the load balancer here sharing the load with all the EC2 instances which is coming from the web server. So that is called backend. In case if one EC2 crashes at backend, the load balancer will distribute the load to other active remaining servers till autoscale creates new EC2 in the place of unhealthy EC2. For example, your load balancer is sharing the load with all the EC2 instances which are present in my availability zone. Okay, here in this case, if any one of the EC2 instance is not working, it's crashed. Okay, so load balancer what it will do is it will share the load with other EC2 instances which are in healthy status. So meanwhile auto scaling will get the alarm and it will create a new EC2 instance in place of unhealthy one. So till that time load balancer will share the load with the active nodes only. Once new EC2 is up and running, load balancer will share the load again properly. Okay, so I believe you got it. This is my VPC, virtual private cloud. So in the virtual private cloud you will create a load balancer. This is my region. In the region I have two availability zones with 4 EC2 instances. So let's discuss more. So here in load balancer we have three types of load balancer. One is application load balancer, second one is network load balancer, and third one is classic load balancer. So earlier we used to have classic load balancer. Now also we have, but it is a very old one, previous generation. Okay. So currently most of the time we use application load balancer. In case if you have a web server or a website, okay, and that website works on HTTP HTTPS layer, and so when on HTTP HTTPS protocol, okay, and that protocol works on 7th layer of OSI. Network load balancer, it works on 4th layer, which means transport layer. In transport layer we need all these protocols, TCP, UDP and TLS protocol. And classic load balancer, classic load balancer works on this protocol HTTP, HTTPS, TCP and SSL, and this works on 4th and 7th OSI layer. So depending upon the requirement we configure the a type of load balancer to share the load. So what load balancer does is load balancer distributes the web traffic to the available server, or load balancing refers to the efficient distributing incoming traffic to the group of backend servers. Backend servers means EC2 instances which are present in availability zone. For example, a load balancer requests the website name in the form of a DNS name. So what exactly it means is, so here web server have a website name, right? So here it will whenever it is getting a request to the load balancer, it will get in the form of DNS name. For example, this is my website name. Okay, I will get it in the form of a DNS name. Then load balancer, what it will do is it will convert it into IP. Okay, it will convert it into IP and it will distribute it to the backend and share the load with all the EC2 instance. That is what explained here. So even a load balancer will have a DNS which will convert the IP, which will convert the DNS name into IP to share the load. A load balancer serves as a single point of contact for clients. The load balancer distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets such as EC2 instance which are present in multi-availability zones. This increases the availability of your application. You add one or more listeners to your load balancer. So here load balancer will act a single point of contact for all the clients. For all the clients means your web server. Okay, so for web server, which is known as also client, it will act, load balancer will act as a single point of contact. Then load balancer will distribute the traffic which is coming from the web server across to multiple targets. Multiple target means EC2 instance, also known as targets in load balancer, which are present in availability zone. By this it will increase the availability of your application. Availability means fault tolerance. You add one or more listeners to your load balancers. So load balancer listeners means whatever the incoming traffic, whatever the port, HTTP port, HTTPS port will have a port number size, we will have a listener. So whatever the port which you have configured in the listeners, it will listen to the request and transfer the traffic to the targets. An internet facing load balancer as publicly reservable DNS name. So the front facing load balancer will have a DNS name which is public, which will convert into DNS name. Domain names for content on the EC2 instances served by the ELB is resolved by the Internet DNS to the ELB DNS and IP address. So guys, I explained you here like how exactly it works. Okay, load balancer means load balancer get request from the web server. Web server will have a DNS name. DNS name later it will later it will move it to the load balancer, which also have a DNS load balancer which will convert into IP address to distribute the traffic. That is what explained here in detail. Hence this is how traffic from the internet is directed to the ELB front end. Classic load balancer service supports these protocols. Protocols ports are supported from 1 to 655. This is related to TCP/IP. It supports version IP4, IP version 6 and dual stack. So these are the versions which are supported by classic load balancer. Application load balancer distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets such as EC2 instance in multiple availability zone. So application load balancer will distribute the incoming traffic, okay, across multiple targets, multiple EC2 instances which are present in availability zone. So by this it will increase the availability of your application. We already discussed about it, guys. Network balancer has the ability to handle volatile workloads and scale to million of requests per second. So in case if you are configuring a network load balancer, then it has like more ability to handle more workload and more request per second, millions of requests. So what is application load balancer? It is in more detail. Application load balancer is best suited for load balancing of HTTP and HTTPS traffic and provides advanced request routing targeted at the delivery of modern application architectures including microservices and containers. Operating at the individual request layer 7, application load balancer route traffic to target within Amazon VPC based on the content of the request. So whatever we configure application load balancer in VPC, right? And this application load balancer works on layer 7, and application load balancer get the request of HTTP and HTTPS traffic, that is the incoming traffic which we get, and this traffic will be forwarded to the target EC2 instances. Okay, and this is what explained here. Network load balancer is best suited for load balancing of transmission control protocol UDP and transport layer security traffic where extreme performance is required. So here in network balancer is used when you configure when you target is IP address. Okay, here EC2 instance means name, host name, but here in network balancer we are using the IP address. In case if you want more performance, then you can configure the network balancer here. Operating at the connection level, network load balancer routes traffic to targets within Amazon VPC cloud. So here also it is same, guys. You configure network balancer also in the VPC cloud only, then only you configure the same setting. But here instead of your application load balancer, you are selecting the network load balancer. So it has a capable of handling millions of requests per second while maintaining ultra low latency. So there will be very less latency, guys. Network load balancer is also optimized to handle sudden and volatile traffic patterns. So in case if there is any sudden strike of request, then it has like capability to handle sudden request like that. Classic load balancer. Classic load balancer provides basic load balancing across multiple Amazon EC2 instances and operate at both the request level and at the connection level. Classic load balancer is intended for applications which were built in the EC2 Classic network. So whatever the applications which are configured already in the EC2 Classic network, then we can use the Classic load balancer. It will have all the basic settings already configured. Okay, so this is about the elastic load balancer, guys. This is a basic information. So we understood there are three types of load balancers are one is application load balancer, second one is network, and third one is classic. Okay, and you need to make a notes of it, and you in interview they will ask like application or network classic load balancer, like what type of protocols it will support and in which layer it will work. Okay, you have to give these basic details. So thank you for watching, guys. Please do subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Meet you in next class. Bye.